Gold. Something is melting down in the global financial system. The only conclusion we can draw from this is that something has blown up in the global financial system, which has caused an unpredictable stability in and loss in control over the Fed's manipulation mechanisms. I believe the likely culprit is Deutsche Bank, the financial system's hurt locker. This is from Dave Kranzler from Investment Research Dynamics, Kranzler Research. Love Dave Kranzler. It's been well documented that the dollar yen has been the lever by which the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury, via its working group on financial markets, has been manipulating the stock market higher and keeping a cap on the price of gold. Craig Hemke, also known as Turd Ferguson, of TF Metals Report, has done a brilliant job documenting and commenting on this dynamic. It's all about the yen. I would recommend looking at his archives to see the historical context of his work. The yen has been depreciating versus the dollar at a rapid rate since October 2012. Not coincidentally, the SPX embarked on a nearly uninterrupted upward move that took it from 1099 in early October. Directional correlation between the US dollar yen and the SPX was highly conspicuous, if not an outright signal of official market intervention. Starting in early August, however, the dollar yen began to break down technically as the yen began to appreciate versus the dollar, primarily in big waterfall chunks. Not coincidentally, the SPX began to tip over about the same time. Yesterday, the dollar yen plunged briefly below the key 110 level, closing at 109.78. Today, Wednesday, April 7th, whoa, lost my place there. Today, Wednesday, April 7th, the dollar crashed another 1.4% to the yen. For clarification, a 1% move in a currency is considered to be a huge move. As you can see from the 1-year dollar yen graph, the US dollar has depreciated in value quite rapidly versus the yen. There's not been any event-specific news that would be causing the rapid depreciation of the dollar versus the yen. In fact, the current narrative from the Fed, White House, and media is that the U.S. economy is doing well, and the Fed intends to hike interest rates twice in 2016. Conversely, Japan's economy is contracting, and the Bank of Japan continues to flood the system with liquidity. If anything, the dollar should be rapidly appreciating versus the yen. The only conclusion we can draw from this is that something has blown up in the global financial system, which caused unpredictable instability and loss of control over the Fed's manipulations mechanism. I believe the likely culprit is Deutsche Bank. As I've commented on several times previously, Deutsche Bank's balance sheet is a ticking financial nuclear time bomb. It's the financial system's hurt locker. Since March 11th, Deutsche Bank stock is down 25% despite the inexorable move higher by the S&P 500. Deutsche Bank is down 9% in 4 trading days this week. Despite the Fed's attempt to monetize Deutsche Bank's derivatives, I will document that in another blog post, Deutsche Bank stock is telling us that Deutsche Bank's financial condition is melting down. This is likely the reason that gold has been a stellar performer for the past 3 weeks, despite the general expectation that the bullion banks were in a position to smash the precious metals once again. But every attempted downward manipulative hit has been met with aggressive buying. What makes the trading action in gold all the more remarkable is the fact that India's gold importing activities have ground to a halt since the country's jewelers went on strike March 1st. This is an unmistakable message from the market that something potentially devastating has occurred behind the Western Central Bank curtain. Take care, guys. Keep stacking.